All right, here we go. The bell is underway. It's for the WCW Cruiserweight Championship. You've got the Lionheart Chris Jericho, the Cruiserweight Champion, defending against Eddie Guerrero. Eddie Guerrero finally gets his opportunity at Chris Jericho with the championship on the line. Chris Jericho and Eddie Guerrero can work very similar paces, that fast, high-flying pace. These two are incredible athletes. And like I said, a quick pace, and we're already seeing a showing of that early on in this contest. Headlock takeover, trading blows. A headlock takeover for a headlock takeover. And you can see that we have two rings because it is Fall Brawl. But before we can get to the Fall Brawl, we've got Jericho. We've got Guerrero as they tie up. Headlock. Shoulder tackle by Jericho. Jericho stunning Guerrero early on. Catching Guerrero off guard. Guerrero just shaking off a little bit of cobwebs. A slow, we saw a little bit of quickness there early on, but now taking their time, feeling each other out, getting a feel for each other in this match. And now Guerrero, wrist control, goes after the ankle. Great technical skills from Eddie Guerrero. That's the one thing about Eddie Guerrero is he's not just a high flyer. He doesn't just do all these cool moves. His technical skills are top tier. And the Lionheart Chris Jericho is going to find that out. Chris Jericho gets back up to his feet. Now Jericho with an arm drag to Guerrero. Keeps catching Guerrero off guard. Eddie Guerrero with that attitude change recently. That torn pec. And then coming back with a new look. Looking cleaner than ever. Guerrero has to beat Jericho. Pinfall or submission in the ring to become the new Cruiserweight champion. And out and driven in the corner. Uppercut to Jericho. And another heavy uppercut there from Guerrero. And the third uppercut from Guerrero. Jericho goes up and over. And Jericho with an arm drag to Guerrero. And now it's Jericho who's picking up a lot of momentum here. The pace starting to pick up. There and another arm drag from Jericho to Guerrero. And now it's Jericho who is deep into the driver's seat, deep in control right now. Look at the control that Jericho has of the arm. Look at the torque of the left arm of Guerrero. And now Jericho slowing things down a bit as he torques the arm of Guerrero. It's a great strategy. We know Guerrero with a pec injury coming back. Stay on that arm. And making sure Eddie Guerrero, making sure his shoulder wasn't down. Last thing he wanted is to accidentally be covered to the 3. And now Jericho pulling on the arm. This is a brilliant strategy by Jericho, who has been working on the arm the last few minutes of this match. Look at the positioning of the foot, on the head, on the ribs, yanking on the arm, and pushes Guerrero right back down into the mat. And Eddie Guerrero in a tough position. Guerrero's got to figure out a way to get out of this. Trying to use his free hand, and he's got the rope. Up, and Jericho pushes Guerrero right back down. And Guerrero once again trying to shift the weight, and it seems that Guerrero's trying to shift the weight. Look at this. And now it's Guerrero who starts to battle out. Yeah, Jericho gets caught. Look at the cover. Looks like he's going for a cover. There it is. There's the cover. These two know each other very well. So it's not like these two, it's not like the first time these two are facing off. These two know each other, and that's what we've been seeing. That's why we've been seeing counter for counter. Is just how well these two know each other. Jericho getting a 2 count on Guerrero. It's gonna be who's gonna pull out something that their opponent doesn't expect from them. That's what it's about. When you know your opponent so well, you need to pull out something that your opponent is unfamiliar with. Catch your opponent off guard. Never let them know your next move. And Jericho keeping Guerrero on the mat, continuing the attack on that arm. It's been a great strategy by Jericho throughout this match. And Guerrero has been struggling to create enough separation to really pick up some major momentum, pick up some major offense here. And Jericho taking down Guerrero again. And it's Guerrero's working his way back up to his feet. Both men back up to their feet now. Oh, and along the line, at some point, Jericho's going to look to pull out that lion tamer. Oh, look at the way that Jericho just popped Eddie Guerrero up, and Eddie Guerrero just bouncing off. Lion salt by Jericho, and a 2 count. Eddie Guerrero hit a kick out at 2. The lion salt only enough for a 2, and Jericho right back on the torque of that arm. It's been a great strategy. I mean, there's no other way to put it. Jericho continuing to do as much damage to the arm of Guerrero, and you can see Guerrero's face say it all. How much pain Jericho's putting on the arm. The more damage that Jericho does to the arm of Guerrero, the longer the arm's out of play. And the weaker it gets, it's going to really show effect as we get deeper and deeper into this match. And Eddie Guerrero, again, trying to find a strategy to break free. Going over the top. And now, great counter by Guerrero. Great way to turn things around for the challenger. And now it's Guerrero. Drop kick to the back of Jericho. And a drop kick to the back of Jericho into the ropes again. Jericho tried to move out of the way, but Eddie Guerrero was just too quick. And now stomping away on the back of Jericho. Now it's Eddie Guerrero who is in control on Jericho. Eddie Guerrero coming back from a torn pec, and you saw him holding on to that pec because that was the arm that Jericho has been working on throughout this match. Oh, what a thunderous chop to the champion, Chris Jericho. Eddie shoots Jericho into the buckle, and he bounces off hard. And now look at the submission by Guerrero. Look at the torque of the neck. Look where the knees are in the upper back, close to the neck. Jericho may be forced to submit right here. Jericho's got to find a way to move his feet out from under him. It's a tough spot here, but Jericho's saying he's not done. Look at the way the neck is being bent back. Oh my. Look at the way the neck is being bent. It's just brutal. It's Guerrero who's working on the back of the Lionheart. The Lionheart has been working on the shoulder of Guerrero throughout this match, but now it's Guerrero who is in the driver's seat. And now Eddie, backdrop suplex, takes out Jericho. Guerrero, big offensive move right there. And now Guerrero has Jericho right where he wants him. Are we at the beach? I thought he was thinking a surfboard. Oh. It seemed like we were going to the beach because Guerrero was looking for a surfboard, but now he's got this dragon sleeper locked in deep. It's as deep as it gets. Went from a chin lock to a dragon sleeper. And now driving his head into the back of Jericho. And Jericho's face says it all as he writhes in pain. That upside down, this might be more effective than that upside down surfboard. And Jericho trying to power out, trying to fight through the pain. Jericho out. But the arms, the wrists of Jericho still locked in by Guerrero. But back up to his feet. Now there's a little bit more opportunity here for Jericho. But Guerrero staying firm in his hold. Holding firm here is Guerrero on Jericho. What a competition between these two in our opening bout here at Fall Brawl. And kicks back at Jericho is Guerrero. Boot to the midsection. What an uppercut. What a heavy uppercut by the challenger, Eddie Guerrero. Eddie Guerrero pulling Jericho back. And now an elbow drop to the back. So Guerrero has been working on the back of Jericho. Jericho's been working on the injured pec shoulder of Guerrero. Or the now repaired pec, should I say, of Guerrero. Guerrero spent some time on the shelf recovering from the pec injury. Being back, Jericho wants to make sure he finishes it off once and for all. Oh, no. The gory special upside down backbreaker, paying homage to Gory Guerrero. His father looking for, but it's Jericho who counters now. The gory special. Eddie's in the backbreaker. Oh, and face planting Guerrero into the mat. Elbow drop missed. You talk about athleticism. You talk about what it means to be the Cruiserweight champion. These two are showing just how badly they want it. Just how far they are willing to go. Putting on an incredible opener here at Fall Brawl. And Jericho following behind Guerrero quickly with these clotheslines. But the last time did not work for Jericho. Jericho hitting that top turnbuckle. Now it's Guerrero. Walking the ropes like a cat. Oh, but it turned and it backfired on Guerrero. Family jewels in the top rope, and now it's Jericho bouncing the rope up and down and up and down. That's not going to feel good for Guerrero. Jericho turning things around. Jericho springboard drop kick sends Guerrero onto the ring apron. Springboard drop kick. And it's Jericho who's in control on Guerrero. No. Is he looking for a pile driver? Oh, no. It's not. It's they got a power bomb. No, but instead it drops Guerrero face first. Oh, and they both crash and burn into the barricade. Into the steel barricades. Those guardrails are hard steel. Both these men are down and out, but it's Jericho who's crawling back up first, gets back into the ring. Jericho can win by count out. And shoulder to the midsection. Sweeps the leg up and over. Went for a rolling senton over the top, but Jericho counters. Jericho went for a clothesline, got countered. And now it's a standing switch. And look at the German suplex. Look at the way that Guerrero just like floated in air on that suplex. Jericho did a number on that suplex, the way he tossed Guerrero up. And Guerrero, great ring awareness right there, able to find his foot on that bottom rope. And now it's Jericho with a heavy forearm to Guerrero. And Jericho counters. What is Jericho thinking? But Guerrero counters. Went for a clothesline. But a Uranagi by Guerrero takes down Jericho. Eddie Guerrero just like that, saying, I'm using my head, pointing to his head. Outsmarting Jericho right then and there. and Jericho has not moved. It may only be a matter of moments before we crown a new Cruiserweight champion. Eddie Guerrero may have Jericho right where he wants him, but instead of snap power slam by Jericho to counter Guerrero, Guerrero might have wasted a little bit too much time. But the thing is, that power slam did a number on Guerrero, but it wasn't enough for the 3. And Jericho with a second win, some sort of adrenaline rush. Up. Oh. And a belly flop. I'm pretty much spinning heel kick. That's got to do it. Oh, but no, it's not enough to keep Guerrero down for the 3. Jericho digging into the playbook, trying to figure out what it's going to take to keep Eddie Guerrero down for the 3. It's Guerrero who's looking to come back and take back the Cruiserweight Championship. It's Jericho who's looking to retain his Cruiserweight Championship. Jericho was thinking to roll up, but Guerrero with a cover of his own. Oh, that was close. Guerrero almost got him. Guerrero gets powerbombed by Jericho, but Jericho holds up on a second powerbomb. But this time, perching Guerrero up at the top. 2 power bombs and then perching Guerrero up at the top. And now it's Jericho who's heading up. What has Jericho got in mind? High risk, high reward. It's all about keeping the championship. Can Guerrero counter? Oh, Guerrero countered. Jericho hit hard, and you saw the way Guerrero was able to shift the body weight, and the frog splash connects. Does he have him? And he's got him. Guerrero, the new Cruiserweight champion. And Chris Jericho's 1-month title reign is over. Eddie Guerrero came to wrestle. He came to prove why he's the best, why he was the better man. And Eddie Guerrero stands on top as your new Cruiserweight champion.